As well as these specific proposals, there's a few general steps that Rishi and the Treasury should really take to improve the coronavirus support schemes that they have. As a general fraud reduction measure across all of the suggestions that I've given, people should have their tax-paying history and their banking history taken into consideration when assessing whether they're a fraud risk or whether the pattern of their activity has changed too much. HMRC, by definition, already has everyone's taxpayer information, and through open banking, everyone can individually grant access to HMRC if HMRC chose to develop the capacity to demonstrate their banking activity over the past 1 or 2 or 3 years has fundamentally changed during the lockdown. So for example, if someone has several consistent years of tax paying but then has changed job, and they've fallen through the cracks of the furlough or self-employment support schemes, but their tax paying history shows that they have stopped earning, and their financial banking record shows that they have stopped spending and stopped receiving any income, that is evidence that they are genuinely in need of government support. Also, HMRC needs to release to MPs, and preferably to the public, the specific modelling that it's using when justifying these gaps in support. In the same way that MPs demanded detailed information and data about public health when they were asked to approve a second lockdown, MPs should be given detailed information about the short-term costs and the long-term costs of these gaps in support so that they make an informed choice rather than sleepwalk into a false economy. Finally, and most importantly, this crisis and this problem needs real leadership, right from the very top at 10 and 11 Downing Street. There should be clear political direction given from the very top to HMRC to say that yes, technical complexity and a high workload to solve these problems, that's very real, but it's a matter of national importance that those challenges have to be systematically addressed and overcome, just like we already did with the furlough scheme and the self-employment support scheme itself, just like we did with Nightingale hospitals, and just like pharmaceutical industry is doing with the vaccine. Just because something's difficult doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it. Now, I know I wouldn't have managed to cover every group in the excluded. I hope that this has helped people understand the breadth of the problem and the sheer scale of the economic damage that will be left if it is not fixed urgently. Please share this video with anyone you think isn't getting it. You can timestamp using the links below to the specific issue that you want to explain, and please use these specific actions as arguments to make when you're putting pressure on your MP. It's time for Boris and Rishi to put people before politics, fix the gaps in support, include the excluded, and finally make good on their promise that no one will be left behind.